Sometimes the most honest conversation you've had in months was with someone you'll probably never see again. Maybe a stranger on a train, a taxi driver, someone in an online comment thread, and somehow words came out of you that you've never said to the people closest to you. Things about your fears, your confusion, your life, but with friends or family, those same words get stuck. You hesitate, you soften the truth, or you stay quiet, which raises a strange question. Why does your brain feel safer telling the truth to someone who doesn't know you? The answer isn't really about confidence, and it's not even about trust. It has more to do with something deeper, the way your brain protects your identity. You might recognize this pattern. A close friend asks how things are going, and you give the safe answer. Yet everything's fine, even if things aren't fine. But later you find yourself talking openly with someone who barely knows your name. Suddenly you're saying things like, I actually feel lost in life, or I don't think I like the person I've become. And the strange part is it feels easier, not because strangers understand you better, but because they don't know who you're supposed to be. Psychologists describe this as identity pressure. Every relationship you have carries an invisible version of you. Your parents know a certain version. Your friends know another. Your co-workers know another. Over time, those versions harden. They turn into expectations. And once expectations exist, your brain begins protecting them. Because changing how people see you can feel socially dangerous. So when you talk to people who already know you, your brain is constantly asking silent questions. If I say this, will it change how they see me? If I admit this, will it disappoint them? If I reveal this, will it make things awkward forever? These questions happen quickly and quietly inside your mind, often before you even notice them. And slowly your brain learns that the safest option is to filter the truth. But strangers are different. Strangers carry no expectations, no history, no fixed version of who you are. Your brain doesn't need to protect an identity that doesn't exist yet. And that creates a strange kind of freedom. Freedom without history. Freedom without expectations. Freedom without consequences. At first, this pattern can feel confusing. You might even think something is wrong with you. Why can I open up to random people, but not to the people I care about? But psychologically, this behavior is completely normal. Your brain isn't malfunctioning. It's adapting. Humans evolved in small groups where reputation meant survival. If the group suddenly saw you differently, your place in that group could become unstable. So the brain developed a protective system that constantly monitors how people see you and what might happen if that image changes. Strangers simply don't trigger this system because they hold no store version of you yet. Your brain doesn't need to protect anything. So the social filter becomes weaker and honesty becomes easier. Inside the brain, there is something psychologists call a social self-model. You can think of it like a mental profile that stores who you are in different environments. Reliable friend, responsible child, funny coworker, quiet person. These labels help your brain predict how people expect you to behave. And the brain loves predictability because predictable relationships feel safe. When you are around people who know you, your brain activates areas that monitor identity and reputation. So before you say something vulnerable, your mind quickly simulates possible outcomes. If I admit I'm struggling, will they think less of me? If I say I'm unhappy, will it worry them? If I reveal doubt, will it change how they see me? These simulations happen in milliseconds, like a security system checking every sentence before it leaves your mouth. And often the safest option becomes silence or a softened version of the truth. But strangers bypass this entire system. They're like blank pages in your story. When you speak to them, your brain doesn't feel the need to edit the sentence first. It simply lets it exist. And that's why conversations with strangers sometimes feel unexpectedly honest. The good news is that you can slowly bring that same honesty into the relationships that matter. One simple way is separating identity from information. Saying I'm struggling right now doesn't redefine who you are. It only describes your current moment. When your brain sees something as temporary, it feels less threatening to your identity. Another approach is gradual honesty. Instead of revealing everything at once, you share small pieces over time. Maybe first you say, I've been thinking a lot about my future. Later you say, I'm not sure I chose the right path. And eventually you might say, I think I want to change directions. Each small truth helps your brain update its expectations safely. Psychologists also talk about something called the audience effect. Your brain behaves differently depending on who is watching. When the people observing you are important to your identity, your brain becomes more cautious. Simply recognizing this pattern can help you understand why honesty sometimes feels harder with the people who matter most. And finally, you can practice low-stakes honesty. Instead of automatically saying, "I'm fine," you might say, "Honestly, I've been a little overwhelmed lately." Small moments like this slowly teach your brain that honesty doesn't destroy relationships. It simply makes them more real. At the center of all this is a simple idea. Your brain treats identity like a reputation shield, a protective layer that stabilizes how people see you. Strangers don't activate that shield because they have no version of you yet. But the people who know you activate it immediately. Once you understand this, your behavior starts to make sense. You're not inconsistent. You're navigating identity pressure. And with time, you can slowly bring the same honesty you show strangers into the relationships that matter most. Not all at once, just one honest sentence at a time. And eventually the distance between who you are and who people think you are begins to disappear. And life becomes a little quieter inside.